Yes, the boohoo effect here. This video is going to be directed towards Molly, aka KrotchVomit. Yes, KrotchVomit. Such a lovely handle that you were so proud of for many, many years in the past, Molly. Thanks a lot for confessing exactly where that name derived from, just how it came to be in your mind. You're attracted to that handle for a reason, because that's just your mindset, isn't it? It's a pretty dark mindset, and you are on that sick site about vomiting and other putrid things, morbid subject matter. You're on that site for a reason, weren't you, Molly? You're kind of a disturbed person, aren't you? And that kind of gets exploited naturally online sometimes, trying to accuse me of stating as fact that Katie has been molesting her child, her disabled child at that. When you went there, Molly, that spoke volumes about you. You don't even realize to what extent. It proved that you lie at the drop of a hat, and that you go to these twisted places regarding children. You give yourself away, and you don't even know it. You did the same thing to UK Troll back then. That's what she was known for, the handle UK Troll. You did the same thing to her when she was mocking the Bubba effect, saying things that would be considered sexual offenses against children, basically calling the Bubba effect a pedo, because the Bubba effect was busted with Peter Dugo stalking the Armory Channel's daughter. And that's why Tracy was going there. She was mocking the Bubba effect, putting him in the light of being a pedo. Now, you did the same thing there. You twisted Tracy's words back then. Instead of taking it as a joke and as her mocking, basically calling the Bubba effect out, you also twisted her words and stated that Tracy was the pedo, right? You're accusing her of stating those words as face value, that it was coming from her and not mocking the Bubba effect. You're known for that. You're known for mixing up words to mean something else, because you're a liar. And it has to do with children. You got this obsession also in the past with CPS, calling CPS on people because of child abuse. It's funny. You got this hang up with children, don't you? The fact is, Molly, your own family hates you, don't they? And your daughter can't stand you, to the point where she wants to protect her children, so she keeps you away from her children, your grandchildren, KrotchVomit. Now, why is that? You like to attack other people's children, accuse them of the most sickest, awful things you can conjure up. Your past is pretty shady, and we're going to get into that, since you like to pick on other people's children and make up stories about them, of what they're doing to their family. We need to get into a little bit of your past. I know a lot about you, KrotchVomit, but I've been holding back. But since you're going to these areas, you need to be exposed. Absolutely, you do. You are truly a psychopath, KrotchVomit. You are. You are genuinely one. If you do any research with this condition, it's you. It describes you. You definitely suffer from chronic mental disorders. You got the abnormal thinking, and you're violent. You got a violent past, don't you, KrotchVomit, huh? You got a violent social behavior about you. You do. Absolutely. And is that part of the reason why you can't see your own grandkids, rather, huh? Yeah. You see, the focus really needs to be on you, because you are the endangerment towards children, because you are the real danger towards children. So, nice try, KrotchVomit, on trying to mix up my words and to accuse Katie of child molestation. You know, if you don't like somebody, that's fine. Call them out on things that they're actually doing wrong. But to make up lies that they're actually molesting their kid, that's terrible. That's a very awful thing to joke about. Your mind should not have went there, but it did. Why does it go to these sick places? You know, sexual acts against children. You got to really question that. You got a history of accusing people of awful things. Why does it go to these places? That's nothing to be joking about, KrotchVomit. You know, you got some real deep, twisted issues about you. You know, you talk about people needing to give themselves a personal self-inspection. Well, you know what? You need to give yourself one and do it in an honest light. You need to really dig deep of what's really making you tick. Because I know one thing for sure. You got a very sick, twisted mind. I mean, I've read some of your comments in the past, and I've always been sort of tipped off that you are kind of a disturbed person. You are. I'm not going to even repeat them. Some of the things that you said to other YouTube users, yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty pathetic. So that's all I'm going to touch on this subject matter for right now. You know, you targeting Katie and accusing her of molestation on her own child just takes the cake. That just awoke in me to really reveal what you're about and to put a stop to this morbid behavior online. You're feeding off Tracy. You two have more things in common than I ever realized. Tracy accusing me of bestiality, and now you are accusing Katie of child molestation. Says a lot, speaks volumes. It's a reflection of your character. It's a reflection of who you are inside. It's a reflection of what lies in your heart and what it's capable of. Now, I don't know if you got actual psychosis issues, but I think you're more psychopathic. And I think you know exactly what you're doing. That's all I'm going to touch on in this video. We'll see you in the next one.